There's two sides to this vocabulary. I'm actually going to talk about this side because there's only a couple words on here on the back side of yours, all of which you should know. None of these should be brand new to you. They've been on multiple vocabulary quizzes. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 words that you should know, but don't forget that those are on the back. So this unit is all about transformation. So kind of like you think of a transformer is a change, and that's what we're going to be dealing with, is a change. So underneath the words that you're going to see that have lines under them, like this one, the reason I've highlighted those lines is because they're supposed to help you remember certain things. So a dilation is a decrease or increase the size of a shape. So that's what a dilation does. It either is going to decrease or increase the size of the shape. So like on this one, depending on which one was our first image, it could have gone from small to big, or it could have started big and gone to small. So it's either going to decrease or increase. It's kind of like going to a copy machine and saying, oh, I need this to be bigger, and increasing the size or shrinking it down to like to a page fit. We have two words that you're going to see. You're going to see the word image, and you're going to see the word pre-image. If you know your language, pre means before, and so this pre-image is the original shape. So that's the one we start with, where the image is what's been done. So this is the shape, the copy of a shape after it has been transformed. So this is what happens after the shape has been changed. And that's why it's called an image. This is the pre-image before change, and then the image after change. I'm just making sure that's the word I used, but it should be the copy. All right, our next one is prime. And prime is that little tiny mark. It's kind of hard to see on this. I'm going to make mine a little bit bigger. But if you see on these have a little tiny mark right here. That's what that is. So it's a mark used to show the transformed figure. So it's the one that's going to show the image. So that little mark there. The reflection. Again, we have the F and the L underlined here because the reflection is a flip a figure over a line. So that's what the F and the L stands for, is to flip a figure over the line. So we started with one, we flipped it over the y-axis, and it became this one. So they're a mirror image of each other. Rigid transformation. So this year we really focus on rigid transformations, and then the dilation, which is not rigid. All the other ones we're going to deal with are rigid transformation, and it's a transformation that does not change the shape or size. So everything stays the same. So like this one right here is a reflection. It didn't change the shape or the size of it. It stayed exactly the same. Actually, let me do this. This one is going to be a translation. Sorry, I'm trying to think how I did this so I got them all to fit. This one is a translation. So it didn't change it. This one is a reflection. And this one is a rotation. So none of those change the figure. They change maybe where it was, but it stays the same shape, same size. All right, so a rotation, again on this, your TA is what's highlighted there, and that is to turn around a given point. So you'll notice here's my point, and we're turning it to fit onto this one. So we're turning the blue onto the black one there. A scale factor, that word should not be used to you, or sorry, new to you. You guys used it last year. You had to use scale factors when you were doing proportional things. So a scale factor is a ratio used to make corresponding sides. So sides that are in the same spot, just a different shape. So like this one is, you can write it with a colon or you can write it with a fraction. So what this is saying is my original, so the original's in the middle. If we had a scale factor of 2 to 1, it means it's 2 times bigger. So that would be our ratio, is my new one is 2 times the size of the old one. If we used a fraction, like 1/2, then our original is half, well, it's half as big. So our other one would be smaller, half the size of our original. All right, so now that's what a scale factor is, and we'll deal more with that, but it's a ratio used to make the corresponding sides. A transformation, just like a transformer, it is a change in the original shape. And that means that it can be pushed, it could be pulled, it could be stretched, it could be turned, it could be slid, but that is what a transformation is. So it's been changed in some way. A translation, our S and L there, means to slide. So this is where we slide a shape into a different location. So nothing changes other than all you did was start in one spot and slide it over. And then our last word we're going to deal with is volume. And volume, again, this is not the first time you've dealt with volume, but a volume is the amount an object can hold. And so I've shown you here, you can see the outline of that kind of light colored line there, and then the inside. So we could see that that cube or box could hold more of the smaller blue cubes. So volume is that. And we use volume in three-dimensional shapes, and we're multiplying. When we find volume, we're always going to be multiplying. All right.